We are back at Eastwood MetroPark. The water has receded. They actually opened up the entrance to the lake. It's cold. People are out here fishing behind me. If you fish at the lake that's behind me, you don't need your license. The lake that's in front of me, you do need your license. Also, the actual Eastwood Lake allows boating. You got motorized boats, kayaks. Motorized vehicles are allowed on even days. Your non-motorized sailboats and stuff can be out here on odd days, and you can kayak any day of the week.
So what you're looking at right now is Eastwood Lake. It is 185 acres. It is 1 mile long, and it gets up to 60 feet deep in the center, obviously not along the shoreline. If you kayak here, you are allowed to go wherever on the lake. Just be careful of motorized boats. In a second, I'm going to insert a screenshot so you can see an aerial view of Eastwood Lake, which is on the left, and that's what you're looking at now, and Blue Lake, which is on the right. You need your fishing license for Eastwood Lake because it is fed by the Mad River. Blue Lake is enclosed, so you will not need your fishing license. You are allowed to kayak on both of those lakes. If you don't own your own kayak, but you still would like to try out that sport, they do have kayaks for rent out here. It is done through an app. I personally have never rented a kayak from them, but the prices will be up here on the screen in a moment. It comes with the kayak, the paddle, and the life jacket. And even if you do come with your own kayak or your own boats, please remember your life jacket. The park rangers will be out here and they will not allow you on the water if you do not have a life jacket on. Also, if you're out here to fish, please have your fishing license with you because they also check for those regularly. The gravel roads in this part are one-way only, so whether you're driving or parking your car to fish or put your kayak in, you always want to stay to the right. It was only 46 degrees out on this day, and I was really surprised at how many people were out fishing. But we didn't catch anything, so now back to the truck to drive to the other part of Eastwood MetroPark. Today we are going to be walking the Buckeye Trail. This section of the Buckeye Trail is part of a 1,440-mile continuous loop that encircles Ohio. So of course that means now I need to go on YouTube to see if anyone has actually done this. But to access the Buckeye Trail, you are going to go through the parking lot, straight past those green EV charging stations that you see, and you're going to turn to the right. The day before we went on this walk, we had really high winds in our area, and when we get on the trail, there were a couple of areas where some trees had fallen down, but it was still easy to navigate. This trail, you will see blue markings on the trees and sometimes on the ground to help you know that you're on the right path. last time we were out here, I promised you guys we would take you past that danger sign, and so we did. We were able to get back here, and I don't know what happened, but the waterfall that used to be here is not here anymore. So maybe it was man-made, who knows? There's also a lot of overgrowth, so we weren't able to go all the way back up there. But right here is where the waterfall was the last time we were here. So we're going to keep checking back and see if we can see it. So after that disappointment, we went back on the trail to what I thought was going to get us back to the park. But unknowingly, we ended up on the bike trail that takes you to the Air Force Museum.
So the last time we were out here, we showed you guys the kayak crossing down there where the docks are. But here's another entrance right here from the parking lot. A little bit farther of a walk, but not too bad. And it'll put you right into the lagoon as well. So once that weather gets warmer, we will be out here. So now that the water levels are down, it's not that deep. I'll take you over here where you can actually see the bottom. The water's murky. I personally still would not want to fall in, no matter how shallow it is. It doesn't even look like it's 12 inches deep. But when the sun is out and the trees are in bloom, this is such a beautiful area to kayak.